So it brings some sort of new gesture among the individuals or among the social researchers. They have developed some new quest among themselves. Why these things are going on? What are the reasons behind it? Why we are doing this thing, or what are the major impacts of this? But all these are not noticed in physical sciences. So you see if we study the weather condition, or if we see that what are the causes of creating water, or what are the causes behind storm and other things. So there you will not get anything new after discovering the actual facts of the physical events. So for this reason, social scientists or social researchers, they are always busy to find out the real causes of occurrences, which are new in type and also new in its form. So the sociologists or the social scientists, they studied, they are studied their social relations when they have developed their methodology. So in this context, the social researcher often use different data. Data are very important for analyzing the social events happening in a particular society. Now, sorry for intervention. So now, for collecting data, for knowing data, another thing is very essential for the social scientist. What is this? This is, we have to know the proper methods or methodology for inquiring the subject. Proper methods or methodology. So these two terms are very, very important, and they are not same. They are different. Methodology and methods. Methods are techniques, and if we use, when we say that different methods are used, then different type, we generally refer the different types of methods. But methodology has its own big connotation. Methodology is broader concept than methods. Methodology helps to know the organizational structure of the society, its philosophical assumptions, its ethical principles, and political issues on which the researcher may apply or may follow the certain methodology after orienting themselves with the methodology of that particular issue. That means whenever we say that methodology, then methodology has its broader perspective. It has its philosophical connotation. It has its structural or organizational attributes. It has its ethical principles, and also the political issues are there. For knowing the methodological purpose of studying a particular society. So this methodology varies from society to society to some extent. As for example, now if we say the methodology which we are using now, the social researchers are using, that are not totally accepted by the postmodern thinkers. They actually reject the way we are studying methodology, or we are studying the problems they are ready to accept. So for this reason, the methodology, the way of thinking, the way of studying the sociology, which are developing through many factors. These vary from one time to other time. Actually, you see that when Auguste Comte, the father of sociology, developed his methodology for studying society or interpreting human relationships, that also changes from that time to now. Even at the dawn of 21st century, when we are talking about our postmodern society, post-structural society, postmodern thinkers, then their way of looking, their way of studying society is going to be different from ours, which we are now studying. So I would like, I would like to say these few words for understanding the society. Because if we are unable to know our society, then we are not able to study the society, or we are not able to find out our problems by which the social researcher may conduct their study. So, first of all, as a student or scholars of sociology, they have to know or understand what is methodology, why methodology differs from time to time, or considering all those four factors which I have already mentioned, and also the methods, different methods we apply for collecting data. Now, I have already reached to say something about data. Now, in data can be described in many ways, but in narrower sense, data are units of information. What are data? Or in which way we are able to understand that these are data. These are data. These are not simply information, or these are not simply these are not the simple phenomena, but these are data. So there are some difference among data, facts, phenomena, information, etc. But in narrower sense, data are units of information, often numeric, that are collected through observation in a more technical sense. In a more technical sense, data are a set of values of quantitative or qualitative variables about one or more persons or object. Now, again I repeat, data are units of information. Data are units of information, often numeric, that are collected through observation. In a more technical sense, data are set of values of quantitative or qualitative variables about one or more persons or objects. Then data means the information about different persons, different objects, which have some set of values. When we collect data from our information, or we say that these are various objects which are used as data, or these are various persons which are used as data, then the set of values are there. When we say person, we are collecting data from the bank officers. We are collecting data from the women. We are collecting data from the children. We are collecting data from the old people. So, set of values are there by which these persons are identified or categorized belonging to a particular category. Then there are also various objects. The data can be collected from the different numerics. As for example, that there are hundreds of customers are busy for buying materials from the shop, or more than thousands of people, they have been suffering by corona. So in this way, we collect our data. That means the unit data can be explained as a unit of information, or unit of facts, or units of variables. All these are identified as data. So data are very important. Data are very essential for understanding the social occurrence of the event in a particular time, particular space. Without data, there will be no social research. So you have to collect data. From where you will collect? You will collect from the society where you live. You may collect your data from another society. Then you may compare the data one with other. You may collect data on various ways which are used in your day-to-day life. So data are the units, different units of observations, different units of information or facts which may be collected through observation. This can be stated as data. Data is indefinite in number, and with the passage of time, when the society increases its size, its complexities, its space, then the large number of data will be automatically arise. So data is not definite. Data is not fixed to a particular content. Data varies. Data, here data can be, data generally, data means singular and data is plural. But here data is used as mass noun. When it is used as mass noun, then you may also, for your description, you may use it singularly because it is collective noun, mass noun. But actually the data term, it is plural. Data means singular. Data and information are often used interchangeably. Information and data interchangeably. These terms have distinct meanings. In some popular publication, data are sometimes said to be transformed into information when they are viewed in context of post-analysis. So here one thing I would like to say, that data and information, firstly I would like to say that data are the units of information. So I would like to define, is there any difference between data and information? Because data is used as a unit of information. From the unit of information, you may know the real social scenario and the problems which are going on in your society. So by studying the units, by studying the informations which are the collected and known as data, through analyzing it, you may develop your theory, you may develop your argument, you may develop your debate, and ultimately you may reach your goal on which you are doing your research. So data is very important. Data is very essential. And also you see that when the students, they are appearing before examination, especially Viva VC, then if they have prepared their dissertation, then each and every time the external or the internal teacher often ask, in which way you have collected your data, what data you have used, is it primary data or secondary data? So data, you have to know very clearly what is data and which way data can be collected and arranged and analyzed for depicting a particular social problem on which you are working. So data, in simple way, data means the unit of information which you collect through observation, either quantitatively or qualitatively, for reaching your goal. This is data. So repeating that data is the unit of information, but often these two are not same. Sometimes they may interchangeably used, but there are some basic differences. So now I would like to tell that what are these differences. Data is an individual unit that contain raw materials which do not carry any specific meaning. What is the difference between data and information? Data is an individual unit. I have already told you that individual unit where there is attached some sets of values, and that sets of values will categorize the human beings into different groups. Either it may be the age, it can be considered as age or sex or the place or the color or whatever it may be. So data is an individual unit that contain raw materials which do not carry any specific meaning. But on the other hand, information is a group of data. Information is a group of data that collectively carries a logical meaning. That collectively carrying a logical meaning. So what is the basic difference? That data has no logical meaning because you are collecting raw data. That data has no specific meaning. But after collecting, arranging the data, then codifying it, then ready for, after making ready for table analysis, and then finally you may reach your conclusion. This is the data, but information is not like that. Information is group of data which has its logical meaning. So the data are not organized. Initially, the raw data are not organized, but information are organized. Information are organized. When data are organized, then only from those group of data, you are able to make some conclusion, and that conclusion may give you some information about the social event. As for example, we are being informed that people are, some families are crying. This is information. But in which way the data becomes an information? Because groups of data are there and which have its logical meaning, that why they are crying. Crying means there are some causes, but sometimes there are some same cause by which the people are crying or the people are fearing. As for example, we are now suffering by the pandemic situation, COVID-19, and we all are in panic situation. So this is information. This is one piece of information that in Kolani B block, some people are crying due to this pandemic situation because some people are affected. So now you see that when the data are going to be organized and when the logical meaning is going to be established, and then only it will be considered as information. So this is the basic difference between data and information. And another thing, data does not depend on information, but information depends on data. data does not depend on information, because information are created after collecting a group of data. Then the logical meaning is going to be established. For example, if you visit a few houses of B block, and there you see that room, that ward number 1, there 10 families are there. They are also in panic situation. Then you see that the block number 2, they are also. Then block number 3, they are also. And then you see that all such data will give you or create the information that the people of that area has been suffering due to COVID-19, and they are afraid of this disease. So data is unorganized. Data does not depend on information. On the other hand, information are created after collecting data. So these are the major differences between data and information. Now you see that data are used. Now why? So we are now more or less, because you see that the whole, I think that the 2 hours I will discuss about data, and 10 minutes I will give you time for making rapport with me by asking different questions. But 1 hour 50 minutes I will discuss or tell you something about data. So the first point, which I have already told you, that data, what this thing, that data is very meaningful. Data is very essential. And data is not constant or definite. Data changes from time to time. Why? Now, because our society is vast, and with the passage of time, society changes from simple to complex. So when society moves from simple society to complex society, when the homogeneous type of relationship is going to replace by heterogeneous types of relationship, then you see that the simple data is always going to transfer into varied forms of data for knowing the society in a greater extent. As for example, as a social researcher or as a sociologist, when you go to village or when you go to tribal community, there you are trying to collect data. That means the information from different people, different families, different tribal groups, or in village, if you go to collect data in village, then different villagers, or according to your problem, you may collect your data. But when you, in the same time or in the same fashion, you are also interested to study the urban community, urban poor, or the slum dwellers, or whatever it may be, then you see that the problems of the rural India or the problems of the villagers are much more simple than the problems of the urban areas. For this reason, as a social researcher, especially if I refer my case, I always interested to study the rural folk people. the problems arising in rural areas or in tribal areas, because there the people, they are more spontaneous in nature. They may create a good rapport within a short time, but on the other hand, in urban areas, it is very difficult. So these are data. Data, data, data is the raw materials which you collect from the society for your research. These are raw data, raw materials. But with the passage of time, the social researcher, by establishing their tools and techniques, these raw data are again arranged in different ways by which they may reach their goal. That means they may study their research problem after arranging the data in a scientific manner. So data, when we are talking about data, that means these are the raw materials. So the data will not give you a complete form of social research. So data has its processing. Data has to be processed, and in which way it can be processed, that is the part of your methodology. So today I would like to, once again, I am interested to make you clear about data. So repeatedly I will say you what we mean by data and what are the other terms associated with data which may often confuse you. So I also like to differentiate the terms and what are the relationships between data and other associated terms. So the first thing I have already told you, that is data and information. Data are raw data. Data are unorganized. Data does not affect information. So all these are the basic differences between data and information. Now, data are collected. The researcher, they collect data. Why they collect data? To do their research work. So the data can be used by the researcher for knowing the existing pattern of society. You know that society consists of different institutions and organizations. So through these data, the researcher or the economists or the business people or the global media persons or the political men, they collect data for knowing their problems related to the institution where they belong. So for this reason, data are used in scientific research. Data are used in scientific research, business management, rural development, to know the literacy rate, to know the attitude, changing attitude and opinion of the people, to know the developmental aspects, etc., etc. So in this way, data are used in various ways. So now it is clear that data are collected and data are used to know the structural pattern of different institutions existing in different societies. It may be economic organization, it may be political organization, it may be religious organization, whatever it may be. So through this data, we, the researcher, also able to know the extent of social relationships, which is also very important part of society, because the total society depends on social relationship, and the development of the society is also depend on the nature of social relationship. If you see that the social relationship is distorted, social relationship is disturbed, the people are unhappy, then the total development of the society will not be possible. Even in the normal, natural, existing situation, the total normal function of the society would not be possible. So, social relationship, knowing social relationships, nature of social relationships, how do the people they are related with each other, all these are also the essential part of social researcher when they study the society and social relationship by using their data. So data, without data, nothing would be possible. So data are the units. Data are the units of studying social relationships. Data are the units of information. Data are the units of facts. Data are the units of social phenomena. All these are used as different units, and as data, we collect all this information and we want to know the condition of the society, in which way the society is running. It may be political, it may be religious, it may be educational, or whatever may be. Data is essential. And for this reason, the social scientists, they are interested to know or to collect data. Data is a collection of facts. Data can also be stated as collection of facts, such as number. It may be in the way of number, words, measurement, observation, or just description of things. So now again I repeat, the data is a collection of facts. Now, in which way it can be collected? It may be such as numbers, words, observation, or just descriptions. All these are facts, and through all these facts, the social researcher, they are able to conduct their study, which are known as data. Now, this is the first part, in which way we are trying to understand data. So data are the units, different units. These units can be observed through social facts, through social phenomena, through social behavior patterns of individuals, through various numbers, whatever it may be. It can be a data when one considered it as a unit. That unit may vary. Unit may vary in different ways. Unit may be selected.